Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Happy Hour at the Bar. Unfortunately, not that kind of bar. I don't have any cocktails readily available. But hopefully soon we can do that, right? Maybe we'll have a Strong Style Fitness actual happy hour at an actual bar sometime soon, right? Oh guys, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are ready to work. And if this is your first bar style class, then welcome, and don't worry, I will definitely kind of walk you through what that means and kind of what to expect. So what you're gonna need today is super simple. All you're gonna need is a pair of light hand weights. And when I say light, I do mean light. Usually, 5-pound range or a little bit lighter. It's kind of what you're looking for because we do high reps, and today it's going to be a little different twist on arms. We're going to be adding balance and some core work to it. So definitely think light when we're talking hand weights today. You're also going to need a sturdy chair, a wall, back of a couch, something like that. As I said, we're going to be working balance, but also our whole first set is going to be some standing single leg exercises. So just have something close by for balance, stability, support, and honestly, even if you don't have trouble with balance, for some of these exercises, the chair, back of the couch, whatever, it's just going to be helpful to keep your posture good so you don't start to fall forward, things like that. You're also going to need today a mini band. So mini band comes in various forms, but something like this or this is what you're looking for. So this little circular resistance band, most of the time you're going to own the ones that are this rubbery kind of material, but you might own a fabric one as well. These are awesome once you kind of outgrow the rubbery band. Now some exercises you never really outgrow the rubbery band, but a lot of you will over time start to outgrow these bands. They just won't have enough resistance. These are a great alternative for several reasons that I'm sure I'll talk about once we get into the video. So you'll need this. If you don't have it, not the end of the world. You can still do the exercises. You just won't have resistance. So still totally doable. Don't bail out if you don't have one of these bands. It'll just be a different type of work for you, okay? And then lastly, you just need your yoga mat, your floor support, whatever it is, before all my bands fall, that make you comfortable and cozy in the floor, because we are going to be doing our second set entirely in the floor. A little bit of hands and knees and a little bit on our back. So pro tip, if being on your hands and knees for a long time bothers you, then you might want to grab a mat, or let's say if you don't have a mat that's that good, face it, I totally understand. Most of us start with that like $5 yoga mat that we pretty quickly hate and understand why it was $5. So those make perfect backup yoga mats though. So never throw those out, keep those around. They're great once you get a yoga mat that you like, but maybe you need a little more support under your knees, under your hands, than the old yoga mat folded up. You'll see me, this is actually my old one back here, the pink one. Those make great extra supports for your hands and wrists. So that's all you're going to need today. And let's see, that's it. Oh, and I do want to point out as a joke that you guys know I like to share, so I wanted to share. So you might notice all this craziness happening around my head. I told Lee is one of my personal training clients, my first ever personal training client and dear friend. I told her I would do this the next time I have a 2-day bun that I've had in my hair for 2 days. So last year, obviously, was a real nightmare for everyone. I had a lot of stress issues, some mental health things going on, and I also had some hormonal changes thanks to some medication. So I really went through a tremendous amount of hair loss last year. I didn't talk about it. My hair was always up, so it was obvious, I'm sure, but it wasn't super obvious, I hoped. So some tremendous hair loss, bald spots, guys, like it got really bad. And so I told Lee, my dear friend and client, that as it has started to grow back, thankfully it grew back through lots of effort and will on my part, it grew back. But now I said, whenever I leave my hair for a long time, because all this new hair, I get this like, I called it my fitness mullet. So this is what is happening all around my hair. with this growing back. And so I told her, I was like, okay, next time I have a 2-day ponytail, I'm just gonna leave it and I'm gonna let you see it. So there you go, guys. I just wanted to share, and also share because you guys know I like to make sure that people don't feel alone and understand that we all have things going on. So if you've had this problem or are having this problem, there is a light at the end of the tunnel for most of us. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Anyways, back to the bar. We're at the bar, right? We share stories at the bar. So back to bar. What does bar mean? So this is not a completely traditional bar class. It is a bar inspired class. I take the things I enjoy about bar and I incorporate it into my kind of fitness. So it's not the perfect bar class, it is bar inspired. One of the big things about that is we do high reps, low weights. That's a very bar thing. High reps, low weights, small movements. So we're not doing gigantic overhead squats with weights, things like that. It's more about finesse, small movement, and repetition. That's sort of what I think of when I think about bar and when I incorporate it into my class. One of the biggest things that I want to talk to you about before we get started is that also means time under tension. So we are going to do exercises that really, really start to burn because we're going to stay in those movements and do variations of the same movement repetitively. Your muscles are going to get tired, they're going to burn, you're going to get that lactic acid buildup. I encourage you to stick with it as long as you can. Don't bail just because it's burning, and I say hurting, but the hurt versus I am hurt are two different things. So obviously if it feels like you have a torn muscle, we don't push through that. But if it is just an, oh my gosh, I've done this so many times and it's burning, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, stick with it as long as you can. Try to stay in, don't back out. I promise we're all in the same boat. So everything we're doing is going to be moving in reps of 10 to keep it super easy so we can flow through and not have to keep up with a whole bunch of different things. So we're doing reps of 10 for everything. We've got 3 sets that we'll do separately. So we've got a legs and glutes round 1 that'll be standing, a legs and glutes round 2 that'll be on the floor, and then we have an arms, abs balance, really arms and balance with some core as our 3rd set. So kind of incorporating, instead of doing 4 sets where we're doing arms and a core, we're incorporating the arms and the core together with a big old punch of balance. So it'll be fun, it'll be interesting. We'll talk more about it when we get there, but be patient, be kind with yourself, and just try the best that you can. So the couple things I always mention, modify as needed. A lot of the exercises I don't think you'll need modifications for today because it's not a lot of stuff that gets into joints, and that's usually where we need modifications. So hopefully you'll be modification free for the most part today. Always add music if you need it, that always helps. It's just something I don't do here for copyright reasons. And lastly, I always do try to check Facebook as much as possible, check the comments while we're working out, just to make sure that if you do have any questions about modifications that I can help you. Lastly, speaking of Facebook, please share, comment, like, subscribe, all of those things that get our post out in front of people and see what we're doing here at Strong Style Fitness, and just, you know, show off in the positive way what you are doing and what you're accomplishing by getting healthy with me. And lastly, if you do wish to Venmo any donations for these classes, it is the only payment that I receive. Donations are greatly appreciated. Venmo at Strong Style Fit is where you'll find me. You'll see this logo, you'll know it's me. Any donations you can give, like I said, greatly appreciated. We're creeping up on 100 videos given totally for free out to the world. So anything that can be given back would be wonderful. All right, guys, I know I've talked a lot, so I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. We're gonna come back. What you need right away is going to be your chair, back of the couch, whatever it is that you're going to use to keep yourself standing nice and tall. So while I'm grabbing my water and checking on the video, go ahead and do that. I'll meet you here in just a sec. Hey Caroline, yes, my fitness mullet is pretty sweet, huh? Well, I am definitely sorry to hear that you have been experiencing this same thing. I will say it definitely wrecked my world pretty hard. It's talking about standing in front of a mirror crying. I'm not one to get all wrapped up in superficial things about myself, but through my life, my hair has always been one of the things that even when I didn't think very many good things or any good things about myself, the color of my hair, the shininess, you know, that was like something that always I felt good about. And so, I don't know, it just hit me like to be losing it, and like it just hit me in all the spots. I'm sure with everything else going on that didn't help. So, and it lasted a long time, and it didn't start growing back for a long time, to the point that I didn't think it was going to. So I was really thrilled when I started seeing all this crazy mess. As silly as it looks, I was really happy to see it. So you were not alone, sister, and all my other sisters and brothers out there that might be experiencing the same thing. All right, guys, so we're going to be working in kind of a pattern here. So we're going to stand up straight, and I'm going to do my right leg just because that's how my chair is set up, and I want you guys to be able to see me. So I'm going to do right leg first. So we're going to work in a series of lifts. So we're going to do a rear leg lift. It is small. See how small this is? The chair is helpful because it keeps me from doing this. If I have the chair and you can literally put your belly up against it, it helps you stay nice and tall, keeps you from cheating. Because if you lean into it, feel how much pressure leaves your body leaning into it versus staying straight. So the pattern we're going to work in is we're going to do 10 lifts. So it's going to be as high as you can, lifts. Then we're going to do 10 inches. So an inch is like up an inch, down an inch. Not a little pulse, up an inch, down an inch. And then we're going to do pulses. So that's going to be our pattern. Lift, inch, pulse. Switch legs, lift, inch, pulse. And then we're going to go into some standing fire hydrants. Same thing, lift, inch, pulse. But let's tackle the leg lifts first, and then we'll talk about the fire hydrants. All right, so we're going to stand nice and tall, get our hips even. Kick this foot back, and then again, make sure our hips are nice and even here. Square it off, tail tight, perfect. Stand tall, we lift for 10, pointed toe. 10, 9, and again, this is not about how high we can kick. 8, so I don't want to see this. It's not about that. 7, you might be ahead of me now. 6, because you weren't doing horrible examples like I just was. 5, 4, stand tall through your planted leg. Don't let that hip kick out. 2, 1, lift and hold inches. Up an inch, down an inch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that belly tight. Try not to let that back hyperextend. I believe that's 9, 10, hold, pulse for 10. So we're pulsing fast, but I'm counting slow. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Good job, guys. So by keeping that tail nice and tight, when we kick our leg back, that's going to help us from starting to get this crazy kind of sway, belly pooch sway back, okay? All right, and again, you can literally put yourself up against a wall or a chair if you need to. All right, other leg. So again, when I said stand tall through your planted leg, don't let this start to happen where your hip starts to do this. Keep it locked in. Look at the difference, okay? All right, let's do it. 10, we're going for lifts. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You might start to notice 2, 1 inches. That planted leg is doing a lot of work too. 9, 8, normal. That's not weird. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fast pulses, slow count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Now here, we're going to do standing fire hydrants. You can put a band on if you want, or you can do them without a band. I'm going to experiment with a band and standing. I've not really done that before, so I'm going to give it a shot and see what it feels like. I'll probably know. I'll give it a shot. All right, so if you're going to do a band, just make sure that it's above your knees, and then we're going to do standing fire hydrant. So just like we do on the floor, where we're on hands and knees, and we've got that 90-degree bend, that's where we're going to be here, we're going to open up. So everything's the same as if we were on hands and knees, we're just standing. So we're going to go for 10, 10, 9. Now here, especially if you have a band on, 8, make sure you're not locking out that planted leg. 7, put a little bend into that knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inches. 10, 9, woo, 8, 7. This is one where you will definitely start to feel that plant leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Ah, yeah. Plant leg. Doing a ton of work here. Boatload of work. So again, make sure that you've got some bend into that knee. Don't be locked out. Especially, you never want it with the band. You really don't need it. All right, other leg. Let's get set. Get that hip tall. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9, woo, 8, 7, 6, 5, hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulses. 10, 9, 8, I know, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, slide that band off if you had a band on. I think next round I might lighten the load on the band a little bit. Woo! I was like about to cramp. All right, so we're gonna go through that round one more time. It'll move much faster now. We know what we're doing. You don't need all my explanations. So we're gonna get right to it. Just take another break, just a little bit. Shake it out, do whatever you need. Sometimes smacking it around works. All right, friends. We've got the leg lifts. I'm gonna start with my right. You start with whatever works for you. Tall through that hip. Don't collapse down to your side. Tall, belly nice and tight. Nice long spine. Head lifts up. Kick it back. Let's go. 10, 9, pointed toe, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. This didn't feel nearly as bad that round for some reason. Sure, that's famous last words, right? All right, other side. Let's get ourselves set up nice and tall. Again, you can be right up against the wall if you need to make sure that you stay nice, good posture. Pull yourself up, tall, tall, tall. Kick it back, point that toe. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Good work. You might start to notice too that plant leg, especially what we have coming up, that it's almost like the muscle, it's like shaking, but it almost feels like your muscle is trying to like grab your bone. It's like, it's not even shaking, like quivering, it's like jumping and bumping, and that's, I was looking down at my right quad and it was just like doing all this crazy stuff. So funny. Oh, bodies are entertaining. All right, guys, so we're gonna set it up. Again, tall through that hip, nice long spine. We've got our 5 hydrants, leg bent at 90. You wanna try to keep your knees in line with one another. Don't get way out in front or way out behind. It's gonna be hard to keep it perfect, but just stay in that alignment as close as you can. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9. So keep it out. 8, 7. Don't let that leg close all the way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. I'm glad I reduced the band a little bit. I will use it for the next round, but woo, this standing 5 hydrants is a little much. All right, so set up the other side. Again, we want a little bit of bend in that planted leg. Never want to lock out completely. Push that hip in. Stand tall like a string is pulling you up to the ceiling. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9. This is the hardest one, guys. 8. It takes so much control. 7, 6. You can't muscle through it. 5. You can't speed through it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7. There it goes. Jumping, jumping. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that band off, guys. Now, keep it close by, especially if you only have one band, because we're going to be using the band the entire, almost the entire second set. First set is done. Done, done, done. So take a break. Walk it out. We're not going to take a huge break here. We want to keep that pressure on. But we also got to give ourselves a minute. Kick off. We have a tree that's blooming, and these little flower petals make it everywhere. Everywhere. Yes, so give yourself just a minute. And we're going to come down to the floor. So you definitely need your band when we're on the floor. We're going to do 3 exercises. We're going to do the first exercise, we're going to work through that same pattern. So we're going to do mule kicks. Full mule kick, inches, pulse, Other side, inches, full inches pulse. And then we're gonna do clamshells on the left and the right. And then we're gonna do rainbows on the left and the right. And rainbows, I'm honestly not sure if we've ever done in this class. I used to use a lot of my group fitness, so this might be a new one for you. So, in case you didn't tell, a lot of booty in the spar class today. I wanted to stay out of the joints, give another nice light joint class, just because those are great to offer, and that turned into quite the booty class. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab another sip of water, check the video, and I'll meet you back here on the floor in just a sec. All right, all right. You might notice too, after doing that series, I know I sure did, as I started to walk off, my legs were like underneath me. All right, guys, so let's come on down to the floor. We're gonna go hands and knees. Now again, if you have trouble being on hands and knees, if that causes you any pain or discomfort, oh no, just dirt. Okay. I was like, not my pretty new mat. So, easily distracted today. So, if you have any trouble being on hands and knees for long periods of time and your mat isn't providing the support that you need, you can always grab a second mat if you have one. Like I said, most of us have an older junky mat lying around. You can also put a fold of a towel to put under your hands or your knees. Just make sure that whatever you put under there doesn't get you super off balance. So don't go grab a giant bath towel that's going to elevate your knees way above your hands or vice versa. So just make sure that whatever you have provides the cushion that you need, but doesn't get your body super off kilter. All right, so that being said, we're gonna do mule kicks. And again, we've got that sequence, the inches, the pulse. We're gonna be on hands and knees. Flex those feet to 90. Strong through our hands, we don't collapse down. Strong, chest shines forward, wide fingers, and we're gonna kick up like we're stomping our foot onto the floor. So if I had shoes on, you would see the sole of my shoe on the ceiling. That's what we're looking for. All right, stand tall, flex feet. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up in inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo-wee. Anybody else? Holy smokes. All right, we have another side to do. Again, just like when we were standing, don't be surprised if you feel some work in that planted leg. Still applies even on hands and knees. All right, flex those feet. We're gonna kick it up. 10, 9. Also, guys, make sure you're keeping that midsection nice and steady. Don't do this where you're arching your back and kicking way up. Your trunk, your torso should be steady. 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, no rest. Plopping on over to your side. We've got clamshells. We're going to either be tall through our shoulder up on our elbow, or we are coming down to our side. Whatever feels the best for you. Only be up on your elbow if you can stay nice and strong. Feet in alignment with hips. If we open, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Either roll over or break dance yourself around. I'm going to break dance myself around because no one wants to watch me do clamshells from the back on video. And stack those feet in line with the hips. And we open 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Shimmy that band off. And we're going to do rainbows. So rainbows, we come to hands and knees. And we kick, and I'm actually going to scoot because I don't care if my head's out of the frame. I'd rather my feet be in the frame for this round. Again, set up our nice tabletop. Push those hands, push the floor away. You're going to kick one leg straight back. Now, I want you to imagine you've got like a crayon off the tip of your toe, and you are trying to draw the biggest, prettiest rainbow on the wall behind you. So that's a rainbow. Now, what's not a rainbow? This, where we open up our hips really big, okay? So we stay facing the floor, just our toe is drawing that pretty rainbow. All right, let's go for 10. 1, 2. Everybody's hip mobility is different. So your rainbow might be bigger than mine. It might be smaller than mine. Yours might be a little lopsided. That's all right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Point that toe back. Reset your foundation. Point your toe. Come to your starting position, open. Let's go. 10, 9, 8. Again, our trunk is steady. We're not arching our back. 7, trying to get our leg higher than needed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So that's rainbows. I always said in my group fitness class when I used to teach that I wanted to one day put crayons on the ends of our toes just to see what rainbows we draw on the wall. All right, so let's put our band back on. We're going to go through that set one more time with mule kicks, clamshells, rainbows. All right, let's roll it over. And again, if your hands are bothering you, definitely get a second mat, get some pillows. Some people, I don't like this variation. It's perfectly fine, I just don't like it. Some people actually get some relief from coming onto fists. So that is an option too. It's not something you'll see me do, but it is definitely an option and it's just fine to do if it feels good for you. All right, flex those feet, get set nice and long, push that floor away. Let's kick. 10, 9, 8, keep those hip points pointed at the ground. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, gaze slightly out in front of the hands. 2, 1, inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8. Woo! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Send it back. Give yourself just a little break in your wrist. Shake it out. All right. It also helps sometimes too to reposition your hands into a different place on your mat. You might have put a little temporary divot where you were, so it always helps just to kind of reposition yourself and put your hands in a new spot. All right. Flex those feet. Get long. Other side. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hips stay flat. 3, 2, 1. Inches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Set it down. Roll it over for those clamshells. Feet in line with hips. Knees stacked. If you're on your shoulder, proud shoulder out of it. Not collapse down. Up and tall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break dance it around. I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but it does. It's the thought of me break dancing, I think, is what just gets me. All right, guys, tall through the shoulder, stack it up. Open up with the top leg, bottom leg stays on the ground. Make sure you're not pulling this leg up. Find that nice part on your hip where it's not a bone digging into the floor. And we open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Kick that band off. We've got a set of rainbows. Whew. Now guys, you can too. I think it would work just fine. Yeah, if you wanted to, if you need to get out of your hands, you could do a low plank variation of your rainbow. I think that would work just fine. So if you really, really need to get out of your hands, give that a shot. See how that feels. Otherwise, meet me here, hands and knees. Kick out to your furthest rainbow point, and let's go. 10, 9. This is a big one here about keeping your hips down. 8. They'll really want to flare. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Other side. Core nice and tight. Hips strong and steady. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, guys. Bring it on up. Woo! That feels pretty good. If you need a stretch. Ah, fabulous work, guys. Your booty is done. It is done. You are all finished. So you can put those bands out of the way. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Booty is done. Legs are done. But they are still going to do a lot of work. in our standing arms and balance set. So just keep that in mind. They're not done. And in fact, a lot of what I did for this first 2 sets is leading up to make the 3rd set a little more challenging. There's a method to my madness. It was written that way on purpose. I promise you will thank me when you have this glorious little booty that you're so proud of. So guys, what you're gonna need next is your light set of hand weights. And then I definitely recommend that you bring your chair, or that you reposition yourself by a wall, back of a couch, something for balance, okay? So I hesitate to bring my chair in because it's putting dirt all over my mat. We'll see. I'm gonna try to go without it. We'll see. But I definitely recommend you're not worrying about tracking mat, carpet, mud, stuff like that. So if you feel safe to grab your chair, your wall, whatever it is that you need, have that close by, because we're really going to challenge our balance. And then your light hand weights, and that is all you are going to need. And in fact, you are only going to need 1 weight. Honestly, everything we're doing is single-sided. So go ahead and give yourself a break, stretch your booty out a little bit. I definitely recommend walking around, getting those legs woke back up, because we are going to be using them again, along with our arms, along with our core, and our brain for the balance. So I'm gonna get a quick drink of water. I'm gonna move my pieces of paper with all of my exercise notes to where I can see my arms and abs instead of having it down at the floor, and then we will get started in just a second. All right, friends. So I'm going to walk you through really quickly each of the exercises. I don't want to take a ton of time, but I want us to be able to kind of flow through it a little bit and not be so clunky junky through the sets, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do, and actually we're going to do all one side at a time. So it's really going to burn out each leg, okay? So instead of doing, left and then right, and then left again, and then right again, we're doing left, 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 and then right, 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 okay? So it's gonna get intense. You can totally do it. So we're gonna do single leg balance, bicep curl. So we're gonna balance on one leg. We'll say our left. This leg, you can hold here, you can hold here, or if your balance is just not happening today, you can toe tap and pick up as you can, and then toe tap again. Okay, so that's your kind of your options. You can be here, you can be here, 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 anywhere, including the floor. I just challenge you to keep trying to pick up your toe. While you're balancing on your single leg, you're going to bicep curl. Okay, and then from there, we're going to go from balance here to tree pose. So tree pose is we bring our foot, this is the fullest version's like way up here, but I generally don't do that, it hurts my knee. So tree pose is here, or never your knee, even though you really want to do it because your foot fits so nicely around your knee. No, no, no. So it's either above your knee, below your knee on your calf, or if your balance is not happening, then a kickstand. Okay? So in tree pose, we're going to do a single arm overhead tricep. From here, again, all balancing on this left leg, we're going to go into a single leg balance forward. You might call this, if you do yoga, warrior 3. Now, this is your fullest version being added to a T. This is your fullest version, and I might not even be perfect. This is your fullest version, and then we back fly. Or you can be here, or here, or here, or have a toe back. I just challenge you to pick it up every now and then. Okay, so that's our back fly. Then we're going to go overhead press, still balancing on the left leg with a kick. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And so that's going to be our series, arms and abs. Okay? Got it? Totally got it. Then we'll end, possibly, we're going to see how far we get through that. And I might end with just some plank to down dogs, but we'll see. We'll see how much time we have left. All right, guys, so single leg balance bicep curl. Stand tall through this left. So this is a big deal. We're going to be bouncing on this left leg for a long time. Don't let this start happening. Stay tall through it. Here, just for the sake of having room for our weight, we're going to hammer curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tree pose. Again, you're either above the knee, on the calf, or kickstand. Arm comes up. Tricep. 10, 9, 8. Trying to keep this right knee open. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Single leg, kick back. I have to spin around or I'll kick my wall into warrior 3. Or remember, anywhere in between. Warrior 3, shoulder back and down. I get a little closer to the wall just in case I need it. Both hip points to the ground. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I know that foot leg's on fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring it up. Still on that leg. Overhead press with a kick. Point that toe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful work, guys. Shake that leg out. I know it is burning. Done a lot just in that one leg. So the other thing to remember, again, no hips kicking out. Don't lock that knee back. When that leg starts to get tired, that knee's gonna wanna lock because that's gonna give you more support. Try not to. Try your hardest not to. And if you feel like you have no other option, then modify the exercise down, okay? All right, so we've got our single leg balance. Pull that string up. Nice long spine. Balance, curl. 10, 9. Now my balance is much worse lately on my right side. 7. So I might not be as graceful on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Transition into that tree pose. And guys, if you need to put a foot down between each pose, that is fine. I'm just challenging myself to not. That's my own personal challenge. It doesn't have to be yours. 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure you pick a focal point that's not moving and focus. Mine is the camera. So I'm sorry if I'm making a lot of intense eye contact with you right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. From here, we're going to transition into our warrior 3. And we fly. 10, 9, 8. Try to keep both hips pointed down. 7, 6, 5. Whoops, I pushed myself too hard on the wall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We've got our kicks. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. That moved pretty quick. So let's go. We're going to do plank to down dog. So set up in your plank. This is just get a little more upper body and a little bit of core. So we set up into our plank, push that floor away, hands wide as your shoulders, chest shines forward, and then we push back, lift our hips, push back. Now we're going to pause here just so I can talk you through it. You're pushing back through your hands, lifting your hips up to the sky, heels driving towards the floor. Your heels may get nowhere close. They may be up here. I do a lot of yoga. That's why they're as low as they are. So from here, we rock forward back into plank, push back into down dog. We're going to go for 10. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. Step it in. All right, friends. We're going to go through that one more time, at least. I'm going to check the camera real quick just to see the time. I think we'll probably just go through it one more time. Then I'm just going to double check. I'll be right back. Yeah. Let's go for one more round, and then we will be thoroughly cooked. Happy hour will be over. So, hopefully the balance challenge isn't messing with you too much. Like I said, modify to wherever you need. Be up here, 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 here. If you have to touch the floor, just challenge yourself. Can I pick it up for a second? Oop, pick it up for a second. Challenge yourself. See what you can do, okay? Now, again, the furthest that I'm taking it is trying not to put a foot down between transitions, except for when I have to turn for the warrior 3. If your balance is on point and you want to work on that with me, do it. Go for it with me. It's fun to try. So, your option. Get it set up. We're going to start with our left leg as our plant leg. Get nice and tall. Strings pull you up. Tallest spine you can imagine. Lift the right leg, we curl. 10, 9, 8, 7. Again, pick that focal point. 6, 5. Something that's not moving and lock in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the tree pose. Again, above the knee, below the knee, on the floor, not on the knee. Only rule. Your treed leg, you want open, push, open through that hip. We drop straight down for our tricep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, whoop, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition into that warrior 3. Little bend in that knee. Come over and we fly. 10, 9. Still squeeze in between that shoulder blade. 8. Don't let your upper body form fail because you're focused on so many other things. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Word to the wise, don't watch your moving shadow on the floor like I was just doing. All right, overhead press with the kick. So we point our toe, stand tall, tall, we kick. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. I hope that round felt a little easier for you. Might have felt harder. I know that plant leg, staying on that leg is really challenging. but I hope the balance maybe started to click for you a little bit. You felt a little stronger in it. All right, other leg. Totally got this, promise, promise. Balance scares people, I know. It's use it or lose it. It's a tool. You've got to tweak, you've got to hone, you've got to keep working. It's gonna just keep creeping away if you let it. So you gotta work on it. All right, tall. Leg comes up, we curl. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into that tree. Again, open your treed leg. Stand tall, above the knee, below the knee. Kickstand on the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got it, guys. 5. Sorry for the really intense. 4. Eye contact. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Warrior 3 it out. Stand tall. Tick-tock over. 10, 9, 8, 7. Little bend in that plant leg. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kicks. Square it back up. Point that toe. Tall spine. Overhead press. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Set that weight down. We're going to do 10 more of those plank to down dogs, and then we will be done. So get your plank set up. Firm, beautiful plank. Best plank you've done all day. Chest shines forward. Hands push away. Lead those hips up and back. 10. 9. Yes, I'm slowing it down a little bit. 8. 7. If this isn't super new to you, 6. You can try rocking all the way forward onto your toes as long as you still stay over your hands. 5. Shoulders over wrist. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Beautiful, friends. Woo! We did. So that was a bar style class. If that was new for you. So that one was it's a little different for me. I want to say out there because there was nothing particularly out there about it, but that was the first time we've done this particular class. Definitely with some different challenges, adding all that balance in, adding a Miss Ruin. Hi, Miss O! Yes, ma'am! She's so excited. So I hope you are too. I hope you enjoyed that class. I hope you embraced the new challenge, trying out that balance, seeing what you got, and sticking with it. Don't get frustrated. It's one of those things that's easy to get mad about when you keep falling, but it's getting back in every time. Keep trying. That's where the magic is. So guys, thank you so much for joining me and a wiggly little Rizzo today for our happy hour at the bar. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, give all those things, YouTube, and Instagram, Twitter, all those things. Give me some love, give us some love. Share your love, share what you're doing. Let other people know what great things you are accomplishing here with us every week, twice a week. So thank you guys so much. Lastly, if you'd like to donate any funds for these classes, Venmo @StrongStyleFit is where you will find me. Any donations you can give are greatly appreciated. And speaking of appreciation, I appreciate you guys for coming and showing up every week. Congratulations on finding a healthy habit and sticking with it. That is magic. Mwah.